In this video, I'm going to show you how to make some basic vanilla cookies. It's a very beginner friendly recipe. So let's look at the ingredients. All purpose flour 125 grams, that is 1 cup. Corn flour 25 grams, that is 2.5 tablespoons. Corn flour gives a good snap to the cookies, so I recommend you to use it. And then powdered sugar 70 grams, butter at room temperature 100 grams, vanilla extract 10 ml or 2 teaspoons, salt 1/8 teaspoon, baking powder 1/8 teaspoon. That is baking powder and not baking soda. I'm using a hand blender to mix and cream the butter and sugar, but you can also do it by hand. I'm using a glass bowl here, but you can also use a metal bowl to mix. So let's begin. Cream the butter at medium speed until you get a nice creamy texture. Scrape down the mixture from time to time from the sides of the bowl so that it ensures even creaming. I'm looking for something like this, a nice fluffy butter. And then you add the sugar in two batches. In goes the first batch, mix it on a low speed. You don't want sugar flying off all over. And then I'm adding the final batch of powdered sugar. Give it a good mix. Scrape down the sides of the bowl and once again give it a good mix. Then add the vanilla extract. Just mix it once and then set aside the creamed butter and sugar. And let's sift the dry ingredients. You can also do this step before you start creaming the butter and sugar. Oops, I made a mess. I have to clean up. Okay. Now I'm going to add this dry mixture to the cream butter and sugar in 2 to 3 batches. Do not overmix the dough, otherwise you'll end up with having a really tough cookie. Tough cookie. Haha. Pun intended. Okay. You don't want the cookies to be really tough and chewy, so do not over mix. Now there are different ways in which you can shape these cookies. You can either roll it lightly floor kitchen counter and then shape it with cookie cutters, or you can do it the simple way. Just divide the dough into 20-gram balls or roundels and then shape them in, into a smooth roundels and flatten them a little bit like this, like around 2 to 3 mm. If you want more crunchier cookies, you can flatten them a little bit more. Now, preheat the oven to 170 degrees Celsius or 340 degrees Fahrenheit. And you can bake these cookies on parchment lined rectangle tray or a round tray if you have one. And do not overcrowd the tray with too many cookies. 12 cookies will be a good number. You can bake these cookies for around 15 minutes. Remember, oven temperatures vary and bake it till the edges of the cookies are light golden in color. Remove them from the oven. Set it aside for 2 to 3 minutes because the cookies will be very soft, and if you try to remove them, they'll just break. Remove them with the help of a spatula, rubber spatula or a steel spatula, and then put it on a wire rack to cool completely. Allow the cookie tray to cool down before you bake the next batch of cookies. Otherwise, if you just put the cookie dough on a hot tray, it'll melt before you even put it in the oven to bake. Now, this is like light golden brown. I've just taken it from the oven. This is light golden brown, and you can see this. Put it on a wire rack to cool completely before decorating them the way you want. You can also serve them plain. It goes well with some tea or coffee. Now, I'm going to decorate these cookies with some chocolate dip and sprinkles. I have some white chocolate chips and semi-sweet chocolate chips and some rainbow sprinkles. You melt these in the microwave or on a double boiler. And then dip each cookie like this a little bit. I like dipping them half. You can even dip them full if you want to. And then sprinkle put the sprinkles on the wet chocolate while it's still wet, and then this allows the cookie sprinkles to stick to the chocolate and then set very well. You can even use shredded coconut or roasted chopped nuts of your choice, or some tutti frutti or cherry or any topping that's your favorite. Store these cookies in an airtight container at room temperature for almost a week to 10 days. Bon appetit!